Hey, Teddy K here for the Best Buy blog, and in this video we're taking a look at the Nothing Headphone 1, available at Best Buy now. These are Nothing's first over-ear headphones that sport a very unique look and style. I think it goes without saying that these are unique looking headphones by any measure, and that is by design. I mean, Nothing's design ethos is a lot about futuristic, retro kind of styling, and in a lot of ways this looks like Nothing took two cassette tapes and fashioned ear cups out of them. So it's definitely, it could be an acquired taste, or it could be something that you really dig. I'm kind of on the other side. I'm kind of on the latter side of that. I really started to really like these a lot more as I use them, because they just do look a little different, but more so because they're comfortable. So that's the big thing. I mean, looking good is one thing, but if you're not comfortable, that could be a problem with headphones. And here, Nothing's done a very good job. The memory foam cushions, soft, comfortable, provide a really good seal, which, and again, same with the headband too, you know, you get nice cushioning, and it provides a very good passive seal. So very good passive isolation, which is half the battle when you want good noise cancellation, right? And so they definitely have that, at least from my experience. I would wear these for longer stretches and never really felt uncomfortable over the time that I'd wear them, which is a good testament. It's a testament to any over-ear headphones. One key thing to remember is that you can use these with iOS or Android. So they're platform agnostic from that standpoint, even though Nothing makes phones as well. You do get a couple extra features with Nothing phones, but I don't think they are a determining factor as to whether or not you should buy these, or regardless of what it is you're using. The key for any platform that you're using is that you use the Nothing X app. There's a lot of customization in there, and much of it is important because there are a couple features that are either turned off, or, as I'll get to about the sound, you need to tweak to actually get the most out of these. So the Nothing app, Nothing X app is very easy to navigate, very simple. You'll see pretty much everything that's in there. And I want to highlight in particular first the sound part. Now, obviously with headphones, you want to know how they sound, right? And you know, the thing with these is that out of the box, they have a very subdued, kind of dull sound signature to them, which is surprising given that Nothing collaborated with KEF to develop these. It doesn't have that KEF sound, like dynamic sound out of the box, but you can get there, and that's where the app comes in. So the equalizer gives you two options. You can go basic to choose a preset that you think might be a good fit, or, although there are not many options, or you can go advanced and then use the 8-band AQ to create your own and then set those as presets. So that way, for example, even if you were into different genres of music and you wanted different presets for those, you can create them and leave them there. I found that this made a huge difference in terms of the sound. It just brought a lot of it out. Now, unfortunately, Nothing doesn't have a hearing test to tailor this based on how your ears hear or the shape of them. So this is the next best thing, where you're tinkering. It involves work and patience. I definitely recognize that. But it is well worth doing, because they will sound different when you do. I'm not going to go on a limb here and say that they're as good as a Sony or Bose or Sennheiser or something like that, but they're not that far off, honestly. They're quite good. What makes them even better is that the noise cancellation is so good. This part surprised me. I didn't expect this. I thought that it'd be okay, it'd be pretty decent, but honestly, this surpassed my expectations. And this is an adaptive feature, so you choose either to use it that way, where the microphones will determine how much ANC to apply based on what's happening around you, or you just go manual and you choose the setting that you want, low, medium, or high. Either way, they work effectively on all those. I tended to prefer just doing it manually, because based on the environment I was in. So if I wanted to hear a little bit of the background, I could. And then if I wanted to just drown it all out, I could do that too. The point is that it works well with a variety of frequencies. So low frequencies, it does very good for those, but it'll muffle even some high frequencies. The one weakness it has is wind. It doesn't do very good with gusts. So if you're outside, let's say you're walking and you're having a conversation with someone in a phone call, or you're trying to listen to a podcast, the wind can penetrate and make it a little more difficult to do that. So that's just one thing to keep in mind if you want to use these outside a lot. They do have an IP52 dust and resistance rating, so I wouldn't recommend necessarily that you're out in the rain, just staying in the rain wearing them, but it can handle a little bit, it can handle some splashes. And then with the dust resistance, you can be sure that with some sweaty workouts, it'll be okay as well. I still recommend that you wipe them clean, But just know that if you're using these in the gym, they're probably not going to go bad on you. One weakness on the audio side is spatial audio. This is one thing that I wasn't expecting much out of it, to be honest, but without Dolby Atmos support, like actual Dolby Atmos support, it's an okay feature. You can use it to watch shows and movies. It applies its virtual effect the best way it can, but it's not going to be super effective for music especially. So it's something you can, I guess, utilize if you're watching something like video, but not so much for music. So it's not a feature that I particularly liked, and something that I didn't find all that effective. I do like the button controls. Very intuitive and very effective. All physical too, by the way. So there's no touch panels or anything like that here. The volume roller is very simple. You roll it one way to lower volume, the other way to raise it. Doubles as a button. Press it once to play, pause, or hold it to toggle through ANC and transparency mode. Then there's the paddle underneath where you just tilt it one way to skip a track, go back, or tilt it the other way to go back a track. And then if you hold it either way, you can fast forward or rewind in 10-second increments. Very, very cool. If you've missed something in a podcast or something like that, you can go back to it pretty quick. The main button here on the face is simple. Just press it once and you can activate the voice assistant from your device, or you can hold it and toggle through maybe your equalizer settings or turn spatial audio on and off. So all these things you can adjust in the app to determine how you want them to be. Now, you can't adjust every control, but there are some elective features. As for battery life, Nothing rates these at 35 hours with ANC on, 80 hours with it off. I would say with the ANC part, that is probably accurate. This is by default volume, by the way, so if you're going to be raising it, you're going to be listening louder, it's going to go lower. I would say, though, you're looking at a range of about 25 to 35 hours, depending on how high you go. Obviously, if you crank it up really, really high, it's going to be lower than that, but either way, they hold up really well. So if you're looking for headphones that could last a 24-hour period, these will do that. And long-haul flights, long commutes, things like that, daily commutes even, they will hold up quite a bit before you need to charge them. And that's my review of the Nothing Headphone 1, available at Best Buy now. You can check out more about it by clicking that link below. For the Best Buy blog, I'm Teddy K. Thanks for watching.